Hello amazing people, welcome to another sewing tutorial on my YouTube channel. If this is your first time here, you're welcome. My name is Grace and I share sewing tutorials on this YouTube channel. In today's tutorial, we're going to be learning how to cut and sew this beautiful bubu dress with ashoke design on the neck, the sleeve area, and also at the pocket area. This tutorial is very simple and straightforward, and I trust you don't want to miss any step along the way. So with no further ado, let's get into the video and start learning. To make this bubu, you'll be needing at least 4 yards of Ankara or the fabric you are using, and 3 pieces of this ashoke. And if you're in a bigger size, you might be needing close to 5 or 6 yards of Ankara. While for this ashoke, you just need like 3 pieces. They call it awe in the Yoruba market. So first you are going to fold your fabric into two like this. So you are going to be folding on the alternate side of the Ankara so that you will have a longer length and not the normal 45 inches length that come with the Ankara if you fold it in the normal way. So once you fold it, you are going to go ahead and measure the full length that you want this bubu to be. So for me, I'm going to be using 60 inches because I want it to be really long on my client. So I'm going to be using 60 inches. Then after marking it, I'll just go ahead and use my scissors to cut that part out. So I'm going to replicate this and make it 2 pieces. I hope you understand that. So we have both the front and back now the same cut, that is the same width and also the same length. So I'm going to work on the neckline now. For the neckline, I'll be using 3 inches wide width, the normal 3 inches, and for the back neckline I'll be using just 1 inch. So I'm going to be connecting that to the 3 inches, and I will now measure what I want the front neckline to be. I want it to be 8 inches and it's going to be a v-neck. So I'm just going to connect to the side of the 3 inches width, as you can see. So the first thing I will do is to go ahead and cut the back together like this. Then I will open this up and I will cut the front. So make sure you open it up before you go ahead and cut the front neckline. Then on the side here, I'll come down by 1 inch for the shoulder slope. This is not compulsory, but if you want to do it, no problem. So I'm just tracing off the shoulder slope, as you can see. Then from the top again, I'll take how wide that I want my opening to be at the armhole. So I wanted mine to be like 12 inches. Then I'll mark that 12 inches all the way around. Then from that line, I'll mark how wide I want the bodice of this bubu to be. So I'm going to be using 15 inches. Then I'll mark that 15 inches all the way to the end of the bubu. So if you want yours to be smaller or you want it to be bigger, you can determine that. So after marking the 15 inches around, I'll use my ruler to mark a straight line. Then at this place, I'm just going to create like a little curve for the armhole. Then I'm going to go ahead and cut this out. So after cutting, this is what we have. So can you see? I'm going to go ahead and just trim off these edges of the Ankara. Then the next thing is now to cut out the facing for the front. So I place the front on another piece of fabric like this, just enough to cover. Then I pin it down like this, and I'm just going to use my scissors to cut that out. So this facing is just to turn the neck for the front, so that the neck will not just be there like that. So I'll just trim it at the other side like this to make it a really small facing, and I'll take off the pins. So this is what the facing looks like. I'm just trimming it up at the down part like this. Then I'm going to be using it as a facing from the wrong side, and I'll turn it to the right side. So instead of from the right to the wrong, I'm doing it from the wrong to the right side. Then I also cut facing for the back, but I'm doing it from the wrong side to the right side this time around. You will understand what I'm saying as the times goes by. So I've done the front facing and I did it to the right side, just like I said. So it's this ashoke that will be covering it at the end of the day. So fold your ashoke into 2 like this, and make sure that the point of the neckline aligns with this edge of the ashoke this way. Arrange it very well. Make sure that the neckline aligns with that straight part of the ashoke, and the other part goes slantly inside like this rather. So make it slant at the other part and make it straight at the neckline. So you can use your iron to just fix it up. Then after you are done arranging, just use your chalk like this to mark it away from the bubu and make sure it has like half an inch allowance. Then you cut out the shoulder area too. So after doing that, you're just going to place the ashoke on it like this to see if you're on the right track. So can you see that the ashoke is already covering the facing? So I'm just going to go ahead now and place the ashoke on top of each other like this, and I'll give it a straight stitch using that half an inch allowance. So after I was done doing that, this is what I have. I'm going to place this directly on the neckline like this. Make sure I arrange it very well and properly. And this facing that is showing like this, I'm just going to trim it off. So if you have your facing also showing like that, just trim it off and then go ahead and place this very well and neatly, then sew it at the neckline and also at the sides like this. So make sure you sew it very flat. This is what I have when I was done sewing mine. Now the next thing is to cut out the pockets. So for my pockets, I'm going to be using this ashoke like this and make it 10 inches long. So you can make yours shorter or longer if you want, but I want mine to just be 10 inches long on both sides. So after cutting the 10 inches out, I'll place it where I want it to be on both sides, then measure like 5 inches away from the edge so that I will know where it's sitting on both sides. So just measure equally for both sides so that you know how these pockets are sitting, and make sure that they are equal. So I'm going to grab my pins now and pin down this down part folded like this, and I'm also going to fold the upper part, but you know the upper part is going to be opened at the end of the day. So when I'm folding it, I'll fold it separately from the fabric before I go ahead and sew it around. I hope you understand that. So fold the upper part first, then sew it all around. So this is what I meant, and the pocket is ready. Now the next thing after that is to join both the front and back. So as you can see, I've joined the back facing and I ironed it too. So I'm going to be placing it right sides facing each other with the front like this. Arrange it, then go ahead to the sewing machine and sew at the shoulder with half an inch. So after sewing it, this is what I have. I'm going to be opening up this sleeve area like this so that we can join the ashoke in that area too. So I measured what we have here and what we also have on the other side, which is supposed to be the same thing anyways. So I have 24 inches there, so I'm going to be taking out 24 inches for my ashoke, and I'm going to cut that out. So I'm just cutting this out like this, and I'm going to fix it on the both sides of where the sleeve is ending here. So I'm going to join it right sides facing each other with half an inch on the machine, and this is what I have when I was done. I've joined it. So the next thing now is just to join the sides of this bubu. So placing the right sides facing each other like this, I'm going to go ahead and arrange my bubu very well, and I will use 1 inch to sew it all the way from the sleeve area to the armhole area and to the rest of the bubu. I'm going to just head ahead to the sewing machine and close the sides up, and I'm also going to go ahead and finish the edges. I'll fold it in, and that's basically all for the making of this bubu, and this is the final look. So if you found this tutorial helpful so far, make sure that you like, comment, share and subscribe. Don't also forget to turn on your notification bell so that the next time I post helpful tutorials like this, you'll be the first to be notified. Until I see you in my next one, bye.